we're going to be executing time horizon number 2. Okay, so let's get into it right away. Okay, we're going to take action. We're going to execute the mashup order of the day. So let's get into that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the AMIDIM website. So this is the American Institute of Digital Marketing platform, okay, amidim.com. Let me make it big. amidim.com. There you have it. And here you have the store tab. So on the store tab, you click on the store tab. If you have not registered or you haven't started, okay, you click on the store tab, and we have multiple mashups and courses there. And what you're looking for, in this case, this is the 2021 ACA Mashup. It's a free mashup. So you're going to click here on this link here, on this image, and I'm going to do it, but I'm already registered. So I'm going to click there, and it's going to tell me that, this will take you here, and here you can register. If you haven't registered before, you would register there, okay? And so let me go ahead. It tells me that I'm already registered, so I'm going to log in. So that's why I don't like registering, because I'm already logged in. So again, once you register, it's telling me that I already have that course, and I'm going to go there. So it's going to say, take me there. Take me there. So I'm going to click there. So there I am. Now I am in my library. I'm in my library tab here. Let me change this. I'm here. Okay, and here in my library, I can see all my courses there. I can see all my courses there. So these are multiple courses that I have taken or that I have registered for. And I'm going to go to page 2 here. And I'm going to select the Medicare Advantage mashup. So this is the mashup that I'm going to start the course here. As I always mention when I get to this part here, make sure that you also register for this class here, this course, Selling in the Healthcare.gov Marketplace. We just added some additional modules to that on health reimbursement arrangements, which is a very important element that is coming up for ACA for 2021. So again, if you have already completed the course, I recommend you that you log in again. You still have all your registration and everything, and make sure you complete the additional modules that we added, okay? And if you are new, just go through the whole process. It's gonna teach you, it's gonna show you how to use the healthcare.gov platform and how to interact with everything that has to do with the federal government and the different systems that they have in place for you to run and conduct your business. So again, very important that you register and complete this course here. Now, the reason why we added those courses is not that we didn't have them initially. No, these are new courses just put in place by CMS. So that's good. It's a brand new, a couple of modules, okay? In fact, 3 different modules that we just added because they just came out. They were just put together by CMS. So basically, you are getting the latest modules and the latest training by CMS for you to be ready to sell under the Affordable Care Act. So again, make sure you register for this one. But today, what we're doing is we're doing the Medicare. Let me see the ACA mashup. So I'm going to go here. So I'm going to start this course, the ACA mashup, which I already registered for. I'm going to start my course here. And there we go. I have 2 options. I can just jump to wherever I want to go, or it will tell me that I have already completed 1 out of 4 lessons, and it will take me to wherever I need to go next, okay? And it will show me what I have completed. So in this case, I already completed time horizon number 1. So it's telling me here that I already completed that. And if I resume the course, it would take me to time horizon number 2, or I can also click directly on the actual image there, and it will go into time horizon number 2. Now, let me talk a little bit about this setup, because remember, this is our educational platform. And remember that I always emphasize the fact that I want you to realize the fact that you are also an educator. When you are selling financial products, any type of financial product, basically you are educating somebody on that product. So from that perspective, you are an educator. So what we have here is a platform in which you can put together all that knowledge that you repeat to all your clients on a recurrent basis. And you can record videos, short videos on each one of the different topics, and you can create a course that you place in one of these platforms, and then you can promote that. Okay, so this is a platform for that, and we have a couple of these different platforms. We have one for digital marketing, which is the case for this one. Okay, but we also have, with the American Institute of Financial Education, we have an educational platform that you can use there, and you will be using digital marketing, number one, to create everything, and then number two, to promote everything. Okay, that will be one way to do it. And then we have another platform for educational purposes with the Medicare Resource Center, where we are placing all the education on Medicare and the Affordable Care Act. So if anybody wants to be educated, any one of your clients wants to learn about the Affordable Care Act or Medicare, you can create one of these courses with our guidance, okay, and place them in one of these platforms, and people can go in there and watch you explaining about all these different topics. Additionally, then you can promote all of this using digital marketing. So you will be the instructor in this case. Right now, here I am the instructor, but I want you to become the instructor and you to be using these type of tools in order for you to sell more. So when we're talking about digital marketing, these courses, not only are you learning about the specific topic that we are covering here, but more important than that, I want you to understand the fact that you should also be using these tools to run your business. Everything that we're using here is digital marketing. So you need to not just sit there passively listening to me and watching the presentation. No, in this case, it's not about that. In this case, is you doing. Okay, you need to execute. You need to do. You need to mount all these courses, and you need to create all these videos, and you need to be active. Okay, so that you can generate activity, so that you can end up getting more clients, closing more sales, and making more money. So again, you need to be sensitive to all aspects of everything that we are covering, because this is all digital marketing, and you need to make sure that you learn how to use these tools. Okay. So let me go into time horizon number 2. So I'm going to click here. I'm going to go into time horizon number 2. This is I'm going to click there, and we have an image. Okay, and we're going to talk about this image a little bit. But let me just go, before I get into the specifics, let me just go and show you the overall setup that we have. We use here an important image or an important video or an important message about this specific module. In this case, this is the image that we're going to be sending to people and all that. So you see that image there. So here we feature the most important aspect or element of the module. And remember, you want to do that when you are setting it up. And we're going to help you set up these courses and all these materials. Okay. On the right-hand side here, we have the download section. So here you place all the different elements that individuals can download, because you're going to be providing with a lot of material. So for example, if you are presenting a class on how to review your life insurance policy, and with that you are trying to sell more life insurance, okay, here you would have, and if you have some type of booklet that people can download and complete and send it back to you, or use some type of checklist of what you need to do, this is where you would place it. So you would tell them, hey, go to the download section and download this or download that. And normally when we're using images, then what we do is we also include the image that we're going to be promoting in the module, we also place it here for people to see it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this link here, and it's a PNG file, so I know already it's an image, and basically the same image that you have been seeing there. So let me just open it, and there you have it. You have that image. You can download it. My recommendation is you download this image to your computer, okay? So I'm going to leave it open. I'm going to minimize it, but I'm going to leave it open because I'm going to come back to this image in a couple of minutes. So again, what we do is we show you the overall mashup so that you never forget the whole idea. We are executing time horizon number 2, so we are here. Last week we executed time horizon number 1, okay? And right now we're going to execute time horizon number 2 in 5 channels: in LinkedIn, in Facebook, in Twitter, and email marketing, and in YouTube. Now remember, in YouTube, many of you are learning a process. YouTube is a more advanced type of platform in the sense that it's easier for you to generate some content using an image or a photo and with some type of message, and then including your digital brand. We can do that, and we can do that in Facebook or Twitter or in LinkedIn, or even in email marketing. But in YouTube, you do videos. So it's more sophisticated. Now you have to create a video. And remember that we do not recommend that when you are promoting, okay, any type of material using videos, that you send something where you are not the main character. You can do it, but that is not the ideal situation. We recommend, if you are doing it, it's because you are getting ready for you to start being the main character in the video. You're practicing, and for the time being, since you want to get it going, then you send a video on some topic that has some expert talking about something. But eventually what you want is you want to replace that video with a video of you talking about that specific topic. So that's how we want to do it with YouTube marketing. And many of you are already working on that, and I can see how a lot of people are progressing a lot in that process, okay? And then on step 2, we have the actual instructions for each one of the different channels. So here we have the LinkedIn instructions, and this is what we're going to be doing. And then we have the Facebook instructions here, and this is what we're going to be doing in Facebook. Here we have the Twitter instructions, and then we have an actual email that we're going to be emailing to our clients. And there is a video, as I mentioned before, there is a video, and we're going to watch not the whole video because we don't have too much time, but we're going to see some elements of the video. Remember that it's very important that whenever you're going to be sending anybody anything, you check it out. Make sure that you know what you are sending. If you are sending a document, you need to read that document. If you're sending a message, you need to make sure you know all the specifics about the message that you are sending. If you sending a video, you watch the video. And if you're sending whatever you're sending, if you're sending a calculator, make sure that you have used the calculator and that you know what the output is and how to print it and the whole thing. So again, make sure that that you know what you are sending. And additionally, it's important that you click on everything so that you are absolutely sure that all your links are functioning. Sometimes, because of different things, different setups or different elements in the computers, links become unlinked. Okay, so you need to make sure that everything is in order. Sometimes when computers do updates, okay, some of the links stop functioning, so you need to make sure that everything is in order. So that's what we're going to be executing. Again, we're going to be sending, we're going to be posting in LinkedIn, in Facebook, in Twitter. We're going to send an email, and we're going to be talking a little bit about YouTube. So let's get started with the first one, with LinkedIn. And we have here basically a message, and we have a bit.ly shortener. If I click on the bit.ly shortener, I already did, basically is the image that you have seen already. So let me go back to this image. I just want to show you something. And let's talk a little bit about the actual image. Let me make this a little bit bigger here. Okay, so what is it that we're talking about here? What we're talking about here is the fact last week we educated individuals, or we promoted the concept of the fact that under the Affordable Care Act, you have two worlds, the world of no subsidies and the world of subsidies. So we spoke a little bit about the whole concept and all that. Today, we are moving closer to a cell. And basically, what we want to tackle today, what we want to cover today, is the fact that in each one of these worlds, you have multiple different types of products that could satisfy a specific need. So on the world of subsidy, we have all the metallics, and the video that we're going to be seeing today later, that we're going to be emailing to people in our email marketing campaign, talks about the metallics. So I'm going to play it a little bit so that you see it. Now, my recommendation, watch the whole video. I'm not going to do it for the sake of time today, but I'm going to play it a little bit. So the point is that we will be explaining about these products here on this side, but I want to talk a little bit about these products on this world of no subsidy side, because there is a lot of different things that you can do here to help individuals to get healthcare coverage with very specific needs. And we first start with a short-term medical program. Now, short-term medical, that is the name of the line of products, but they're not short-term anymore. They were short-term a couple of years ago because the government was forcing the insurance companies to basically have short-term products that will not run for more than 3 or 6 months. So they were literally short-term products, but that's not the case anymore. You have short-term products here under this portfolio of products here that go up to 3 years. So they're not short-term medical anymore, okay? So you could explore that. And in many instances, there are many situations where a short-term medical product would be more convenient for somebody than something on this side, especially people that are affluent, people that have certain levels of income where the subsidies, they will not qualify for subsidies, or people that, for example, do not need maternity coverage or other types of coverage that are bundled under the ACA plans on this side that people do not need, like pediatric services, for example. Then a short-term medical program would be very convenient for them. Additionally, you have some life insurance products that have what they call living benefits. Now, they are not obviously health insurance, so don't get me wrong, but with these living benefits that you get under certain life insurance policies, if somebody gets into a health situation, they can take money from their life insurance product to manage their expenses. Okay, so that's a whole other avenue where you can give coverage, or at least to combine them. So you can combine, let me do it a little bit different. You can combine these multiple risk life insurance with some products here, get a little bit more risk here, and then take some additional coverage on this side. And then you have the supplemental coverage, which are very specific. So you can have all different types of individual products, which are very properly priced to cover specific needs. For example, something like to cover a cancer or a heart and stroke type of situation, or to cover accidental death benefits. Then you could have some products here which are very efficiently priced, and you can really tailor a package for somebody when you start combining some of the products on this side. So again, this is a very important slide in terms of your strategy, and a very important message in terms of telling people, hey, where are you? What is the most convenient thing for you? Which is what we have been trying to communicate today. So that's the image that we're going to be sending. Now let's go into LinkedIn. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just copy all of this here. And basically, just before I go there, the message is, hey, which product under the Affordable Care Act is most convenient for you? Which product? Because all these products that we just discussed here are under the Affordable Care Act. They are placed in different worlds, as I call them, in terms of the overall spectrum of products. But which one is the most convenient for that individual? That is the question that you will be asking them through all this digital marketing that we're promoting this week. So again, let me take this here. I'm going to copy. So I'm going to take this message. I'm going to copy. And I'm going to open my LinkedIn account. There we go. So now I am inside my LinkedIn account. And I always do the same thing. Let me just get this out of the way here. And I always go to my previous posts and I just check on my activity. That's like a habit. My recommendation always, go to your different posts and just glance through it and see what you have been doing and the type of reactions, how many views you have had. Again, I'm not promoting any one of these messages. So this is all organic. And this is part of the verbiage that you need to manage. This is all organic growth. Okay, organic growth means that I'm not boosting it, I'm not promoting, I'm not spending money into any one of these messages. I'm just posting all the time, and I have a different strategy with that. But I check on to see, the different. This is the one from last week, for example. We had 34 views, organic views, and this is some content from weeks before. We have 63 views on this one. So I check it out. Just this one had 93 views. I look at the different topics, and this gives me an idea on the type of response. Again, we're talking about feedback now. The type of response that I'm getting on a specific channel, in this case on LinkedIn, when I present the different topics. I have this is an estate tax type of message, and I had 107 views for this one. Okay, this is another state tax type of message, and I had another 118 views. So I can clearly see it right there that when I post anything on state taxes, I get more people to open it or to check it out than when I'm doing health insurance in this profile that I have with LinkedIn. So that gives you an idea of the type of analysis that you need to be conducting to make sure that you are optimizing whatever you are doing. But again, the emphasis here is just to do things. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go home here, and I'm going to start a post. So I'm going to just copy and paste. So I'm going to paste. Okay. Now, here is the message. Which product under the Affordable Care Act is most convenient for you? And here you see the bit.ly shortener. This is the bit.ly shortener here. Now, remember, right now, I am in a conversation with the LinkedIn editor. So everything that I copy and pasted is showing. And what the LinkedIn editor did was it went and it followed this instruction that I placed here, and it went and it brought in, it imported the image. So you need to make sure that you can see the image there. So there is the image. Now, we could add hashtags. We could add other things to this post. We could send people somewhere else. We could add different things. Okay, I'm not going to do that. That's not the scope of this training. But you need to understand that what we're doing right now is just the first step in a long process, and it's very important that you understand that, because a lot of people, they think that they're doing digital marketing by just posting in one of these channels, and that is not the case. This is just one element in a long sequence of things that need to be put together for you to be successful and make money doing so. Okay, so this is just one step. This is not the only thing that you need to do. And again, you would be connecting these to a sequence of other things that you want to happen. But that we're not going to cover that in this course here. That's something that one of the digital marketing coaches can help you do. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to post. There it is. So it's telling me that it was successfully posted. I want to make sure that I'm going to view it so that I see that everything is okay. This is the time. If there is anything wrong, if you misspell anything or you didn't copy something right, etc., you can always edit the post. Okay, so you need to make sure that every time that you post anything, you see it once it has been done, and you make sure that everything is in place. Because once you put it there, it's going to stay there for a long time. And that is part of the idea. The idea is that as you start doing this and you start generating activity, then you're going to start having a sequence of posts on a specific topic, and that's going to create what is called valuable content. And you want people to associate you with valuable content on some specific topic. Okay, so that's the importance of you adding value through good content to whatever channel you are using. Now, if you are surfing the internet and you run into any article or any digital content that would add value to your channel, you need to share it with your channel. Okay, so that's very important. So you need to share. So the point is that you will create some content, some personalized content like this one that we're doing here. But then once you see other things that are good, you always bring them to your channel and add value to your content that way. And it's very important that you keep doing that, because you're going to develop a critical eye in terms of capturing good stuff that are going out there. And you're also going to see who is providing and who has some valuable content. So very important that you develop that characteristic, that habit of looking around, becoming sensitive to whatever topic you are promoting, and making sure that you are always bringing good content back to your channel, to whatever you're trying to promote. So I'm going to get out of here. It's done. Okay, so I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to X out of here. Okay, so there we go. I have completed the mashup order of the day for time horizon number 2 for LinkedIn. I'm going to do the same thing with Facebook. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go and I'm going to open my, first I'm going to copy and paste the image. Again, the same thing. So this is my Facebook instructions here. I'm going to take this, copy, and I'm going to open my Facebook account. And remember, you always want to make sure that you go immediately to your pages tab. In this case, I have 53 different pages. So I have a bunch of different pages for myself and some other people that I help with this process. Okay, so I have all these different pages, all these different landing pages. And basically, you need to make sure that you have one landing page for each one of the different lines of business that you have. And in fact, as you become more proficient with everything that you're doing, you're going to have a couple of different landing pages for one specific topic. So for example, Medicare Advantage, you could have 3 or 4 different landing pages. Right now, as you all know, in Medicare Advantage, as of January of next year, people with ESRD, we're going to be able, as agents, we're going to be able to enroll them into one of the plans that we represent. And that was not the case for many years. So I am developing a landing page with that specific topic. So whenever I am surfing the internet and I see articles or anything that touches on that, I will immediately share it with that landing page. Okay, so we're doing ACA. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for the Health Insurance Resource Center, which is my digital brand for the ACA. So this will be that one there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a post, okay, in my Health Insurance Resource Center landing page. So this is my Health Insurance Resource Center landing page. And I have here the, in the upper section here, I have my Elite Circle of Champions diploma or certificate. I don't know how you want to call it, but I just place it there so that people know that I am active doing this. So I'm going to create a post here. I'm going to paste. Okay, and there we go. Okay, so there we have it. I have the same message there, same thing. Which product under the Affordable Care Act is most convenient for you? Same message. Okay, now I could do different things here. Again, I could boost this post. And it's very important that you understand this. In Facebook, you have what is called organic growth, which is when you just place something somewhere and you just let it happen. That's called organic. But normally, when you do that, it doesn't go anywhere. And Facebook is designed for that to work that way. So don't think that when you're placing something in one of your landing pages, just putting it there, that it's going to generate too much activity unless the content is very powerful by itself, which might be the case. Or you have already built a reputation and you have a lot of people following you and they like the topic that you manage there, and then you can generate some good organic growth, okay? But if you really want to promote it, you need to boost the post. We're not gonna be doing that there, but I'm gonna cover at the end of this training today, what is the process to start thinking about boosting a post. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna post this image, this message in Facebook. So there it is, it's posting. And there we go, it's right there, okay? I could have eliminated the bit.ly shortener, but normally I leave it there. You know, I just don't want to fool around with that. But I could have taken the bit.ly shortener. Once it brings in the image, I could take it out of there if I don't want any of this to show up. That's an option, okay? But my message is there. And again, if I really wanted to promote it, and in fact, I will be promoting this, I would boost this post here. I really like this concept. And then when you boost the post, you need to consider other things, because when people like it, you need to make sure that you send them somewhere. So that's a whole strategy that we're going to be covering later on today in the lecture section. Okay, so there we go. I'm going to go back to my Amidin platform, and I have already executed the mashup order of the day for time horizon number 2, which is this one here, for LinkedIn and for Facebook. I'm going to do now the same thing with Twitter. Okay, so I'm going to tweet this message in my Twitter account. So what I'm going to do is, now remember what I told you about the Twitter account. I mention this every week. When you are talking to the LinkedIn editor or to the Facebook editor, that means when you're talking to the actual platform, those platforms do have the capacity to read the bit.ly shortener, but that's not the case with Twitter. So what we need to do with Twitter is the following. You're going to take the actual image, which I already have here. Okay, I open it and I'm going to save it into my computer. So I'm going to save as, and I'm going to save it to my computer. I'm going to go here to document. I'm going to go here to digital marketing, and I'm going to go here to week 41. And I'm going to save it there, okay? And I have ACA time horizon number 2, so I'm going to save it there, okay? So now I have downloaded the image to my computer, which is something that I strongly recommend that you do with all the different content that we produce every week. And you should have it in an order way, okay? You need to make sure that you are following on every topic, on every week, etc., so that you know exactly where to go get something when you need it. Okay, so the point is that I downloaded the image into my computer. Now I'm going to go and I'm going to open my Twitter account. And that's my Twitter account, okay? So I'm going to remember that with Twitter, if I would just paste the bit.ly shortener, it will not take it. So I need to import. So I'm going to click here on the image. I'm going to select, this was time horizon 1. I'm going to go to week 41. And I'm going to select the image and I'm going to open it. So now I brought it in. I imported the image from my computer into the Twitter platform. So make sure you see it, okay? Once you see it, again, you could add a description. You could type additional things. You could do many different things to this. You could add instructions to go somewhere else. You can do different things. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go ahead and I'm going to tweet the image. So that's what I'm going to do. And it says your tweet was sent. View your tweet. Remember, always get into the habit of checking your tweets. Okay. And I think I made an error because when I click with this one, this is also a pointer. So when I clicked on it, it overrode the instruction of seeing it. Okay. Anyway, so the point is that you need to make sure that you check on your tweets. I don't want to spend more time on this one. I'm going to here go to home. There we go. Okay. And I just want to check to see things that I always, every time I get into one of these, I start looking at all the things that are out there, and what other people are sending, and what other messages are out there, and the quality of the things, and just to make sure that we are following up on everything. Okay, so there we go. I'm going to log out of my Twitter account, and I am back into my Amidim course or the platform, and let's see where we are here. So we have already completed the mashup order of the day for time horizon number 2 for LinkedIn, for Facebook, and for Twitter. Now we're going to go and do email marketing. Now, here is the text of the email that we're going to be sending. Now, remember what I told you about email marketing. You want to make sure, and part of the big effort that you're doing here has to do with you capturing emails and email information and individuals' information, okay? So you're going to have a lot of emails. That's part of the objective here is for you to build up your database of prospects and clients. And one of the most important pieces of information that you need to have from anybody today in order to communicate with them is their email. So you're going to have 100, 500, 1,000, 2,000, 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, 100,000 emails that people have given you that email. You could purchase email list. We don't recommend that. We don't do that. Okay, we don't purchase email lists. Okay, we use digital marketing to somehow get the people's emails, and then we promote our products and services using those emails. Okay, that is what we want to teach you how to do. Okay, we don't want you to go and purchase an email list. We want you to learn how to develop an email list. So the point is that hopefully sooner than later you're going to have a very large list, and what we're going to be doing here today manually, you cannot do manually because it will be extremely inefficient to do it that way. Okay, so you need to make sure that once you get to a decent level, and I would say a decent level is if you are in the process of sending 50 emails per day, for example, you need to make sure you have some type of email marketing platform. We use Constant Contact. We recommend you to use Constant Contact, but you can use whichever platform you want. Okay, for your information, we have mentioned to you several times, we're sending more or less at this time, we're sending 16,000 emails per day, 16,000 emails per day. So obviously you cannot send 16,000 emails in one day doing manually like we're doing here. But I want you to go through the process. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to make sure my link here is working. So I'm going to click on the actual link, and I'm going to watch the video. Number one, to make sure that it's working, and number two, then I'm going to watch a little bit about this video. And this talks about, remember I mentioned at the beginning, this talks about the metallic plan. I'm going to go to the Amidim platform. I'm going to go to my library. I'm going to go to the ACA Mashup. I'm going to start the course there. I'm going to resume. I'm going to go to time horizon number 2. And I am here at the video here. So I'm in this place here. And I'm going to just take this email content here. I'm going to copy. And I'm going to go to my email account. And I'm going to just paste it. Okay, so I'm going to take the subject line out. And I'm going to just cut here this. And I'm going to paste it in the subject line. So there we go. And let's assume that I'm sending this to Peter. Okay, and he has my information, and let me send it to, I'm going to send it to myself just to make sure that I do it right here and I can check it. I'm going to send it to myself here, and I'm going to send the email to myself. And there we go, I got it. So that's the email. And I already checked that the video was okay.